Hello, dreamers, and welcome back to Dream Queen by Perla. As always, guys, thank you for all your love and support. Thank you for liking, sharing, subscribing to the channel. And if you haven't done so, I encourage you to do so. It helps with growing the channel, getting the video out there for more people, as well as keeping me accountable. For personal readings, all that information can be found down below in the description. So, Scorpios, as soon as I was about to get started, they showed me the symbol for the astrology symbol for the planet of Saturn. And Saturn has is associated with ethic, justice, career, achievements in life, virtues and values. It also represents concerns with long-term planning or foresights. So, hold on. The effects of Saturn on human beings are many-fold. They deal with obstruction, distress, depression, sorrow, sickness, and is capable of bringing adversity in humans' life. So when we talk about this energy, when it comes to you guys specifically, I feel that a lot of you are being drawn or being brought up to a place where it may seem a little chaotic, but to be honest with you, a lot of you are very comfortable within this energy. This Saturn energy may be something that may throw other people kind of off guard or off whatever, kind of like having them all over the place. But with you guys, it's like you're taking it, and it's almost kind of like whatever is being thrown at you, whatever challenges, whatever is arising in any situation, it's almost kind of like, you know, when you play baseball and you have like your mitten, your glove, whatever it is, and like it's like you're ready to catch them, and you're catching all of them. And the beautiful thing is within this energy is that there is a huge transformation when it comes to what it is that you do on a day-to-day basis. When we talk about your career, whether it is that you have your own business, maybe it is finally hearing from that new job, or finally getting hired in that new job. But there is many there are many components that are going to seem quote unquote stressful, right? So like, let's say if you're leaving one job to go to another one, it's like maybe where you are currently at, they're not going to want to let you leave, right? Or they might start treating you a certain way after you put in your 2 weeks notice. But there is some conflict with something that is going to be something that is being left behind, right? As you're walking towards something new. So just know that there is going to be resistance, let's put it that way, with something that you're walking away from. Now, for some of you, this may be a relationship, whether it is romantically or not. Maybe there is a relationship or a connection that is no longer in alignment with you at this moment in time. And as you're walking away from this connection, there is resistance, let's put it this way, either because somebody wants to be heard, or somebody wants to speak their piece, or whatever it is, or somebody just doesn't want you to walk away from their life. But the truth of the matter is that it's almost kind of like something has run its course, and if you continue to stay on this within that connection or within that space, all you're doing is repeating patterns, repeating cycles, and it's kind of like something has become crystal clear to you that that's it. Like whatever you had to learn, or whatever, how many chances you gave a person, or how many times you try with somebody, that was it. Let's just put it that way. The letter R is showing up for whoever that is. There is a I'm hearing reflect, respect, and replenish. So there is something that it is something something in your life this week is requiring you to reflect on it. It is requiring you to be respectful towards the situation, whether that is a person or whether that is within yourself. Not going into a mode or into a space where you are attacking or where you feel victimized, right? It is about kind of taking yourself out of the situation and kind of looking at it from like a third person point of view. And when we talk about replenish, it's like kind of knowing where your limits are. There is a reflection here needed when it comes to what it is that you are feeding your spirit. Now, in no shape or form am I trying to tell anybody how to live their life, but there are behaviors that you have been told or you have been shown are no longer in alignment with you. There is a next level that you are trying to achieve, and there's certain behaviors and certain things that are not allowing you to get to that level. Now, whatever that is for you, whether this has to do with workouts, whether this has to do with your own spiritual practice, whether this has to do with a business, whatever it is, there's something that you're being asked to reflect on. Is there a behavior in everything that you're doing at this moment in time that is not working? Now, when I say that, it doesn't necessarily have to be anything bad, right? Because right away people are like, well, sometimes when you have been doing something for a very long time, you get very compliant, right? You get very used to it. You get very comfortable. And when you get comfortable, you're not leaving room for growth because you're not taking any risk. So for some of you Scorpios, it is just as simple as tweaking or adjusting some type of routine, or maybe just putting yourself out there a little bit more to take more risk, right? Because again, a lot of the times when certain things are said, people literally go to like the other spectrum of things, right? But personally for me, there were times where I wanted to record all 12 or 24 videos a day, right? But at the end of the day, realistically, it is not so much that it drained me, but it took a lot of hours, right? It takes a lot of hours to record, it takes a lot of hours to edit, to upload, and all of that. And there are things that I also have to do around the house, right? I have to cook, clean, the kids, and this and that, my hobbies, right? So it took me a very long time to just be like, you know what, no, we need to adjust this because I don't like it when I fall behind, right? And when I would try to schedule all my videos in one day, it was almost kind of like pressure, right? Because if I didn't get it done in that one day, it was going to get me into a space where then I was going to be delayed as far as like when I wanted to release the videos, right? Because it's not about anybody else, this is about me, right? But then, I had that moment where I meditated on it. I was like, you know what? Because again, we're not talking about being drained, because that's not what was happening. What was happening was that there were other things that I had to do, right? And then when you have the little unexpected things, it kind of really made it into like a crunch time, right? And with kids and everything else, like, people do get sick, and when they are sick, I do have to take time to to get everybody well again. And that's what I mean. Like, there was nothing that me doing 12 or 24 videos in a day wasn't bad. It wasn't draining me. It wasn't anything other than it took a lot of time in that essence when it came into relation with everything else that I do on a day-to-day basis. So I didn't want to give up on my hobbies, right? I didn't want to give up on spin class. I don't want to give up on my walks or anything like that. So I had to find that balance, right? And that balance is only truly found through trial and error. And a balance that I am in now, let's put it this way, is going to work maybe for a season or two, and then it might require some adjustments. And that's kind of like what you're being asked to look at, that it is okay for you to take risk, and it is okay for you to do things a little different from time to time. So let's go ahead and let's pull out a few tarot just to clarify. So we have the 7 of Pentacles, we have the 4 of Swords, and then the 8 of Pentacles. So again, you may have been in a place where you were comfortable, right? Well, when we're looking at the Seven of Pentacles, and again, guys, just a quick reminder, I do not read tarot based on what they're meant. When we look at the Seven of Pentacles with the Four of Swords, is almost kind of like, yeah, what you were doing, what you were engaging, and what you were giving your energy, how you were giving your energy was working, right? But there seemed to be no progress. There seemed to be kind of like just this comfort zone, and you wanted more within a situation, within a space in your life. And in order to do that, or in order to reach that, you had to make some changes in order to start seeing growth or expansion within an area of your life. So let's go ahead and let's pull out a love energy card. Now this can be relationship, romantic, platonic. This can be self-love. This can be your passion for your career, your hobbies, etc. We're just picking up the love energy for you guys. Give me one card, Spirit, for Scorpio. We have Hand of Cards. So now when we're talking about Hands of Cards, it's usually what it's almost kind of like it's your turn. It's almost kind of like this is the turning point, let's put it that way, for you to make the changes and for you to choose which direction things are gonna go, right? Take a chance. Again, risk. Take that risk. Being strategic, options, not showing hand, and gambling, right? So there is definitely a necessity here, excuse me, to go ahead and take that risk, take that leap, and trust me, you're going to reap way more than what you have been. And again, it doesn't have to necessarily be in career. This can be in love. This can be in relationship. But whatever it is that you're being told to let go of or to walk away from, do so without any hesitation, and trust you will be happy you did so. So let's go ahead and let's pull out a closing message. What is the closing message for Scorpio, Spirit? What is the closing message for Scorpio? Just one card. We have the Shaman. Trust in higher forces. When you are when you're in a space where you have faith that everything is going to work in your favor and that everything is working for you and not against you, you'll be able to take those risks and those challenges with a lot more ease, right? And again, I feel that for you guys, the thought of maybe taking that risk may be a little scary, but the moment you take that first step in that direction, everything changes and you are almost kind of like empowered by that energy. Well, guys, that is all that I have. Sending every single one of you love, strength, and blessing, guys. Take care. Love you all. Bye-bye.